Hello, hello. It is I. I am here. I made it. I got my blanket. It's freezing down here, but I don't know if it's the temperature or the fact that I have poor circulation. Could be a mixture of the two. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I did. It was pretty relaxing. I've been pretty proud of myself. I've streamed every day so far in the year of 2026. So that's a really big deal. That's a really big deal. The last time I streamed this regularly was when I was with a rogue squadron collective called Outpost 13, and we were a digital theater kind of slash TV broadcasting studio, and we went live when everything shut down with COVID back in 2020. We started out where we had just one show, we were doing a 3-hour show once a week. That was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. We finished, we had, I think it was 19 shows on our roster. I was also producing at that time. I had a show that I was doing as well. I was producing a tabletop RPG in the style of Delta Green called Delta Green, I think it was called. I think that's just what it was called. And I was the head of all the mods, and it was just wild to think that we were running a show, running a studio, all completely online. It was insane, and it was late hours, and I loved every single second of it, and I miss it dearly. We were named Outpost 13 in lieu of Outpost 31, which is from John Carpenter's Thing. That's the outpost that they're all stationed in, McCready and the gang. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Geek Filter, remember those days well. Remembers those days well, I'm sure, as he was a part of it, and he was doing podcasting with us, and there was improv, and some of it we were making music. Photo Alchemy was born in that world. That was where I was bringing magic to the static medium. And that's what the definition of Photo Alchemy is. If I had the energy in it, there'd be a graphic that would show up at the bottom of saying what the definition of Photo Alchemy is. But alas, I do not. But there's more important things that we have to get to, and that is trying to do this. Wait, which one do I have to turn on? This guy? No. Where is he? There he is. Okay. We have to get to the 2026 Souls of Saraku quest calendar. We are in... Your avatar, we were talking about Outpost 13 too. Aw, yay, memories. Hello, Geek Filter. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming aboard. Thanks for always supporting anything that I happen to find myself a part of. Geek Filter is also, and I miss those days as well. Geek Filter also helped draw. He drew the cover for my sci-fi book, so we know each other in the real life as well. But yeah, welcome. This is the Photo Alchemist, live and in the feline digital flesh. that doesn't sound like I would get in trouble with the censorship if I tried to say that line on the air for a regular broadcaster. Maybe 15 years ago that would have been an issue, but nowadays it seems like everything's it's a no holds bar. But yeah, this is the 2026 Souls of Saraku down in the bottom right corner, just for some housekeeping. That is our character. My character sheet is Severin Mortis. I'm a human death weaver, a frail man who had the alternative of instead of letting illness and people like putting him down for being weak, well, he's just gonna get even and eventually rule death and bring those who go against him to their knees. So that's what's going on. I have 2 gold to my name. I'm Arcane Adept. If it wasn't for rests, I would be dead already in just 5 days' time on this campaign. Just because my rolls have been extremely blasé. Piss poor, shitty, whatever you want to call it. They've been atrocious. But luckily, that's all part of the fun, right? And if my character dies, my character dies. There's a way to deal with death. I have that saved in the background if I ever need to bring it up. I only have gold thanks to the Sunday lottery. Rolled a 4, so that was fun. And yeah, my 2 spell slots right now, I have Blight Touch, where I can add a d4 to all attack rolls for the page. The page is whatever that calendar day that is. And then a Bone Shield, where I can add that d4 to defensive rolls for the page. And I think a page is over the course of an entire day. So let's get right to it. And I didn't have the right button, so let me try that one more time. Hold on, where was it? Where is it? Where is it? I put it here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Oh, that's why. I did have it. I thought I messed up. I didn't. I messed up in a different way. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Let's get rid of that. And ta-da! There we go. All right, so this is Monday, January 5th, 2026. Moon's Day, Deepwinter 5. I love the art in this calendar. Let me just say, this is by the people over at Sundial Games. This is their 4th or 5th calendar. I saw that they started in 2021. Because I guess people had time around the year of after 2020. Who knew? And what's also really cool is they just came out with a compendium app in their Discord for the calendar. So you can choose if you've made your own character or if you're using one of theirs. This is one of theirs. And they have like where you can put notes, and they don't have it where you can put your minions down and who's in your party, but they said that's stuff that they're working on, and as stuff gets more closer and closer to when those might come up in the calendar, those will be available in the app. So that's really cool. Really excited about that, to see that there's more stuff happening. Oh, that moves in real time. Nice. Come, we must bring this news to the Overlord. The High Mage strides from the ritual chamber, and you follow in his wake. As you approach the throne room, the air grows thick with the oppressive weight of the Overlord's presence. Each step feels heavier, as though the shadows themselves are clawing at your soul. Man, I think I'm really in trouble with this Overlord, because I tried to stand up for myself, and yeah, that went well. That went well. Never stand up to an Overlord. I think that's just maybe a good rule to live by. Never stand up to a dark, oppressive overlord. If it's someone that lives in a dark citadel, probably should just, you know, keep yourself, mind yourself, and just keep to your task. Do the job that they probably have you enslaved to do, and don't bother with trying to voice your opinion, whether it's for you think it's for their benefit or not. Okay, let's flip over the back. Not as easy to read, but don't worry, I will read it for you. Okay. Worm, barks the High Mage. Focus. We prepare a spell for the Overlord. We don't have time for distractions. This'll be the most important and most dangerous spell you will ever cast, the High Mage explains. When the Overlord activated the soul crystal, no soul could pass into the afterlife. Instead, the crystal has feasted on the souls of the fallen, trapping their essence within. Now, we will begin the process of releasing that power so that the Overlord may consume it. Once he does, his strength will be absolute. The High Mage pulls an ancient tome from the shelf and shoves it into your hands, his sharp gaze leaving no room for hesitation. You have very little time to practice the spell. Do so quickly, but flawlessly. The Overlord will not tolerate mistakes. Begin at a soul crystal power level of 1. Note this down somewhere for future use. Okay. You may be able to increase the level if you perform well at the spell. All right. Well, here's hoping that I do. Okay, so first step is to familiarize yourself with the spell from ancient texts. Roll a d20 plus intellect. Reminder, student. Oh, not a student. I'm arcane adept. Am I a student? No, but my intellect is a +3, so that should be good. Okay, so we can see my die. We can see the camera. Okay, good. Hopefully there. All right. Roll, and roll. No, a 2? Really? Oh man. Do I take my arcane knowledge and once per roll do a reroll? See, the problem with a arcane knowledge, if I do a reroll and if I get a 1, my intellect only goes up to a +3 as well, but I gotta take the lower of the rolls. I don't think I can go lower than a 2 though. Oh man. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm gonna reroll. Arcane knowledge. Here we go. Alright, good thing I did that. 18 plus 3, that is a 21. So, if your roll is 15 or more, you masterfully interpret the text, uncovering not only the proper method, but also hidden enhancements to strengthen the spell. Increase the soul crystal power level by +2. Okay, so I started at +1, so now I'm a +3. Keep this note somewhere for future use. Okay, so +3. Let me just write that somewhere. I'll do it on here. So soul crystal power is a +3. There we go. Nice. Okay. Second, check for and isolate any magical interference by rerouting the energy flow. Roll d20 plus wisdom. Reminder, arcane adept. Okay, so add +2 to all rolls that handled and deal with magic. Arcane adept, so that's a +2. And which is good because my wisdom is a 0, so now it's a +2. And roll +2 to this. 9. Okay, 9 plus 2 is 11. The rule is if the result is between 8 and 14, You manage to partially reroute the energy, but lingering interference remains, making the spellcasting more dangerous. Increase the soul crystal power level by 1. Keep this note somewhere for future use. So now we are soul crystal power is +4. Enter. Oh, like that music change with that. That's good, right? That's a good thing. That there's now angelic, haunting voices that are coming out of my stream. Because then the final thing, and what will close out the evening, is memorize the chants and gestures. Roll a d20 plus charisma, reminder student. Okay, my charisma is pretty unremarkable. In fact, it's bad. It's a -2 because I'm a bit of an introvert, so I don't really deal much with people. So whatever I roll is going to be a -2. Great. A 1, but not a natural one, so it's not an automatic fail. Okay, if the result is 7 or less, you attempt to memorize fails, and your performance is riddled with errors. All right. So, I did really good at familiarizing myself with the spell. I did decent, above average, on isolating any magical interference, but I forgot what chants and gestures there were to the spell that I'm in the middle of performing. And that means my soul crystal power, let's see, I wrote it down in the chat, +4. Okay, so that might come in handy tomorrow, so I gotta make note of that. In the app, I'll make a note of that, +4. I really should have a notebook with me. Not the notebook by Nicholas Sparks, but a notebook. So just not to get those two confused. Okay, well, that's it. That's it. This was, that's it for that page. We don't go ahead to the next page. What's so great about this calendar and why it works great for people that maybe are either extremely busy in their lives or have a lot of mitigating factors that they can't really help with, like I do myself. Isn't chronic illness a joy? Not. I don't have to do anything else today. I go back to this tomorrow, and then we'll continue on with the story then. So let's see. Where's my cover? Right there. So let's fade back to. Oh, and I want to do this and this and fade. Well, there you have it. That is the quest calendar for Moon's Day, Monday, January 5th, 2026. And yeah, I'll say it again. I think this is amazing. Thank you, Sundial Games, for creating this. I can only imagine what kind of an undertaking it was to not only have amazing artists working with you, but talented writers, people that are very well versed in the world of tabletop RPGs as well. And to make not just one calendar, but this is your 5th, like, claps. That's me clapping. Bravo. Bravo, Sundial Games. And I forget exactly who created Sundial Games. I'll look into that so I have that knowledge for tomorrow. I am trying to stream more than just doing the quest calendar. It's taking a lot just to do the calendar alone. And because that's working out, I'm just really glad that that is at least something that I set my mind, set a goal for. Not necessarily New Year's resolution. I don't necessarily believe in those. I believe in lifestyle changes, or maybe I want to do things differently. And I came up that I was going to be doing this, and I started working on this in December of last year, so that it wouldn't fall under the stipulation of being a New Year's resolution. And if that's like, if you're saying no, Corey, this is a New Year's resolution, then maybe it is. But I think that it's more than that, because I really missed streaming. I really enjoyed it. As long as the angelic music doesn't mean we've left this mortal coil. Not yet. I don't think so. I hope not. How are things going on your end, Geek Filter? Before I close out for the evening, how's your 2026 so far? If that's a loaded question, my apologies. Oh, and don't worry, I did not break my hand. This is a wrist guard so that I don't overextend and mess up my wrist through hypermobile action. So I always have it on whenever I'm working at a computer. Let's see, what would be the next thing that I would want to work on for streaming? Oh, I'd like to, I've been playing Absolem with my buddy, Magoogs, over at, on Twitch. So it'd be fun. That's also that's a RPG game. I believe there's 4 different characters to choose from, and it's in the style of old-fashioned side-scrolling with a little more less rigidity, a little more flow than you would have back in arcade games from the 90s. Oh, that's one more thing I want to say before I leave. Speaking of Avatar and the Photo Alchemist you see in front of you conversing as we speak, I want to thank that all in part to Pirate Prince Douglas over also on Twitch. But you can also check out their art on Rosefire Tavern. We've been working on creating the Photo Alchemist for some time, but it was all hand-drawn by Pirate Prince Douglas, and I am so grateful, and I absolutely love how he turned out. It's more than even I could have imagined when I was first coming up with, what if the Photo Alchemist was like a cat creature? This is way better. This is way better. So thank you, Pirate Prince Douglas. I know that he'll be here every now and then. You know, he's on a different part of the country. I'm in California. He's on the East Coast, so it's a little tougher. And he's busy. He's always working on some drawings of his own, and he's got big projects that he's working on that I'm not at liberty to say, because I needed to. Not that I have to sign an NDA or anything, but I think he's just keeping it under wraps for now. So there you have it. As for the rest of the night, it is bedtime. That's right. I brushed my teeth and got ready for bed, all so that I could film and then just collapse into my couch, because that's where that's what I've got on the rest of the agenda for tonight. Is the end of my night. But thank you so much for stopping by. If you're watching this on YouTube or watching the VOD, the video on demand, for us that don't speak that Twitch gamer talk, thank you. And yeah, I don't know when I'm here, but I am trying to be here at least once a day for the foreseeable future, at least until I can finish out this quest calendar. And I'm excited to see what's later in store, and how are we going to prepare for this army of light that is coming our way, because we are the villain, baby. We are playing as the villain. So that's it for me. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yes, yeah. I mean, that's the goal. we'll see as it comes to it. But yeah, all right. And of course, checkmate and rummy, my dear gladiators.